Hidden deep within Cambodia's countryside, there are ancient Hindu cave temples that even Shiva forgot about. Excited to explore these unique destinations, I find a monumental challenge waiting for me hidden inside a pitch-black hall of an abandoned cave. This cave really tests the limits of my courage, but if I manage to push through, growth might just be waiting on the other side. Join me on this trip through crumbling cliffs, dark caves, and ancient temples from the earliest empire to ever rule these lands. Today we're visiting 3 caves in Cambodia that have some spiritual significance hidden inside. This is going to be a really exciting journey, especially since we're running against the clock, because there's rain supposed to come in a few hours and we have a long ride ahead of us. So let's go. So we're going to see this mountain. This part is really beautiful. Before I started recording, there were no cars on the street. So anyway, we're going to see this mountain, actually on the other side of this. But here on this side, you can see that this mountain has already started to be kind of excavated? No, demolished? I don't know. Taken apart for cement or other like rocks to use in construction. And it's also true about this mountain, but on the other side, we can't really see it from here. But it's kind of sad that in this area, a lot of these mountains, you can see they're starting to tear them down for all the natural resources. Which is also concerning regarding the cave, because after a while, I don't know if the caves will, with all these beautiful and historic pieces inside, are they going to stay intact? Are they going to preserve them, or are they going to be demolished as well? So who knows? Let's hope for the best. Check out these beautiful limestone cliffs. They kind of remind me of northern Thailand near Chiang Mai. This is beautiful. I did not know about this place, but it looks so awesome and I really want to climb it. So let's go. So apparently I tried to climb the mountain from the wrong side, so let's go to the other side. This seems to be the right side, but as you can see, they already started demolishing the mountain, so let's go check it out while we still can. Okay! So the people working here asked me to help, so why not carry a 50-kilogram bag up the hill? Sisadai! Sisadai! Saksabayat? So I'm not at the top, but I'm not gonna go any further because this is really scary as it is. Like, the mountain is literally coming apart under my hands and my feet. So I think it's best to turn around. I don't have any climbing equipment or anything, but this is an adventure for sure. Too bad this mountain is going away. The views from up here are fantastic. I wish they kept places like this and made it accessible to tourists. Going down is scarier than coming up. That's what she said.
Còn nào vậy? Còn nào tiếp?
Nào không không. Nạc một cái na. Tao xin đi. Nào teสบายใจแบบนี้ปิดบ้า I can't believe I did that. Can't believe I made it. That was really scary. My new friends up there. Oh, that was so scary. My legs are shaking. I have no strength in my legs whatsoever. Oh, I need to chill out. I'm not gonna lie, this was the scariest hike of my life. Like literally the mountain was falling apart under my feet. But the people were super helpful, showing me where to put my feet, where to step. But for that beautiful view up there, it was really worth it. But many of these guys, they're just in like flip-flops or thongs or whatever you want to call them, carrying heavy stuff on their shoulders or backs. Like, it's ridiculous. I knew about a cave, I did not know about this. So we've just arrived at our first destination, and this is an unexpected surprise. I did not expect to see this temple here. I found no information about this, but it is a wonderful surprise. It's beautiful and it's just recently been renovated. As I'm walking towards the entrance of the cave, I can see these, I think this must be a grave if I'm not mistaken, but if someone knows better, please correct me. And then these statues all below a beautiful, lush mountainside. Isn't this amazing? Here you can see a little shrine near the entrance of the cave, and there's a small staircase leading up to another Buddha. It's beautiful. Okay, I was wrong. This is not the entrance of the cave. So we have arrived at the staircase leading up to the cave entrance, just to go up here between the two statues, and then we'll be on our way. While I climb up these stairs, guess how many steps until the entrance of the cave? Let me know in the comments below. No cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4. $182 so far, and there's still more to go. I'll tell you my guess. Maybe around 300. Let's continue.
2,000 years later.
$238. All right, let's go in. Look at this. I feel like Indiana Jones or the Tomb Raider. I'm not raiding any tombs. Imagine coming here when this was just built. A thriving culture, people wearing colorful dresses, coming here to pray and to meditate. Time to go. That was quite an experience. I need some electrolytes. I think I lost a lot of minerals in the climb and then in the other climb. I just feel so blessed to have the opportunity to come here and experience these things, to be living in a country with so much beauty, and that I have the means to explore. I cannot be thankful enough for all of these things in my life. Say goodbye to the mountain. This one won't be here for long. It was amazing climbing you. Alright, I think I found the next cave. Check out this path. Yeah, not many people come here apparently. I wonder if the cave is still accessible. I would think if it was accessible, more people would be coming out. Yay, climbing stairs again. Check this out. I sometimes can't even control 2 of my legs. How does it control all of these? If I felt like Indiana Jones before, now I feel it 100 times more. Check out this entrance. Like all the vines hanging in. Let's go. crazy that they have this infrastructure here, but nobody comes here. Here come the bats. Wow. So many ways to explore. Oh, wow. It's nearly pitch black in here. It's kind of like a spider, crab, something. All right. If that thing flies on me, I'm gonna freak out. Oh shit. I don't know what came on me, but I'm starting to feel really dizzy. Like the blood is escaping my head, so I'm gonna go outside and relax. I don't know. Maybe I'm dehydrated. I sweat a lot and I only drank like half a liter of water probably, so that could be part of it. Also, I don't know, it might have been a panic attack. I don't know. I wasn't scared inside, but it's not because of that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go. I'm still shaking. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm back with the motorbike. I seriously thought I was gonna faint in that cave, and as you can see, not many people go there, so it wouldn't have been a good outcome. Oh, shit. Let's go get something to eat and drink. I just stopped to get some drink. Try to hydrate myself. I still don't really understand what happened. I've been here now for maybe 15-20 minutes and my legs are still shaking. I think I'm gonna cut today's exploration short. Good morning. If you're not interested in my recollection of yesterday's events, then go to this time in the video and you can continue watching. And if you're only interested in different segments of my explanation, then you can go through the chapters down below. So I want to talk about and explain to you what a panic attack is, if you don't know. If you do, skip forward. Why? First what happened and then why it happened. So what is a panic attack? I think everybody experiences a panic attack differently. My kind of experience with it is this absolute very strong fear that's uncontrollable and takes over every part of your thoughts and your being and whatever. It's not normal fear, like, I don't know, if you're afraid of walking in a dark forest, like, that's a different, for me at least, it's a different kind of experience. I'm a little bit afraid of walking in a dark forest alone, but that's a different experience for me. Usually I feel fear in my chest and a little bit in my throat, but when I have a panic attack, I feel it kind of in my sphincter and my stomach and also like in the sphincter of my stomach and also in the stomach as well and in kind of everything from the throat up all the way to the head. in my head there's this like feeling like it wants to expand, or like it wants to blow up. And then there's a choking feeling in my neck and a nauseating feeling in my sphincter and my stomach. But basically a panic attack is a very heightened state of hypervigilance. It's a fight or flight reflex. But in my experience and in other people who I know who have panic attacks, in their experience as well, you can't really know what causes it. Sometimes you just get it out of the blue and it happens and you gotta deal with it. Sometimes it's gradual. So the way I kind of look at it is there's like calmness, there's anxiety, and then there's a panic attack. For me, before, when I got panic attacks, most often it was like it went from calmness to anxiety that evolved into a panic attack, because I didn't know how to control my anxiety. Now I know how to control my anxiety, so it will never evolve from an anxiety to panic attack. But there are some very rare circumstances when it'll go straight to panic attack, and this is what happened yesterday. And I think the fact that I was in an abandoned cave shrine alone, where I don't know, people haven't come for how long, and probably won't come for very long. If I would have had a medical emergency there, I fainted, like that would have been quite a rough situation. So I think that exacerbated the situation. But the way panic attack works is it lasts a long time, at least for me. It's not like fear when, if you're out of the dark woods, you're okay. Panic attack stays with you. It did for me until even a little bit, until I was like sleeping and I woke up and I still felt a little bit that kind of aftershock of the panic attack. But throughout the day, I felt like the panic attack come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It drains so much energy. I cannot explain, and it drains that in an instant. After a panic attack, your focus, or at least my focus, my mental capacity, everything, my life energy is just sucked out of me. I came home and I was just like binge watching Big Bang Theory and not even being able to focus on that. It's just like a literal couch potato until I fell asleep. So that's how I experience panic attacks. I'm thankful because I only get them rarely. Last one was about a year and a half ago, also in Cambodia, not long after I first arrived in Cambodia. And a year and a half before that was a period when I would get it like quite often, like once a week or something like that. And then I managed to, but at that time I still didn't know how to manage my anxiety, and that's what led to panic attacks. Now I can manage my anxiety. I still don't know 100% how to manage my panic attacks really well. I can do it to a certain extent. So what happened? I got dizzy inside that cave, and then a panic attack came over me in an instant. Whether the dizziness was part of the panic attack or not, or maybe because of dehydration, I don't know. As I said, it's very hard to determine what causes a panic attack actually. So I got dizzy, and then I started blacking out. Everything was starting to go black. And I think at that point, like, adrenaline kicked in, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So as best I could, I went out of the cave, and I kind of sat down for a little bit outside to try to calm myself down and figure out what happened and what to do. Even though I was like outside of the cave and you know, a little bit more relaxed, I wasn't feeling any better. So after a few minutes, I decided, okay, I gotta make my way back to the motorbike, so that I can, at least there near my motorbike, there could be people passing by. If I get very sick, I could, like, people would see and be able to do something about it. And as I know Cambodian people, they probably would. So then I got to my motorbike, and I was like, okay, if I stay here, I'm just gonna continually feel bad. I was like, I at least gotta try to hydrate myself. If that was at least part of the reason why I had it, like, it would make sense to try to, you know, get better medicine. So I drove my motorbike to a stall by the street, got some isotonic drinks and some cookies, yummy chocolate chip cookies, and then I was hydrating and eating the cookies, and that didn't really help as much as I thought it would, and I hoped it would. I was still feeling quite sick even after like 20, 25, 30 minutes I was there. And then I decided, okay, like, first of all, I pictured in my head, there are two things I could do, like try to go to a place that's nice and comfortable, but is still relevant to show you. And I was thinking of like riding down to the beach, which is about half an hour away from there, and going to a nice restaurant and kind of showing you that place, and having a meal, you know, enjoying the seaside. And I pictured that, and I was still kind of in anxiety mode, or like panic attack mode when I pictured that. And then I pictured being at home in the air-conditioned room and just relaxing, and that felt much better. So I'm like, okay, I'll get on my bike and I'll carefully ride home. It was about an hour ride back. It wasn't easy. I was still feeling sick. I was still nauseous. I didn't feel the dizziness, but you know, when you're riding a motorbike, it's hard to tell whether you're subtly dizzy or not, I guess. And then, so I was riding carefully, but at the same time, I wanted to get home as fast as possible. So I was trying to balance that. I got home. I thought I was gonna feel better. I took a shower. I didn't feel much better. So even until the late at night, I was still feeling sick, and kind of had the panic attacks coming back and forth. So, yeah. That's what happened. So why did it happen? I noticed on myself that I get panic attacks more often when I'm stressed. And right now I'm going through a lot of stuff that cause me stress. Part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel was to kind of distract me from that. And I thought it would be a good time, because I've been planning to start this YouTube channel for a long time. So I was like, let's do this now. It's the perfect time to start. But the YouTube channel in itself is causing me a lot of stress. And what I started working on maybe like 3 weeks ago. But in those 3 weeks, every night I go to bed at like 11 p.m. and then I wake up at often like 4 or 5 a.m. So, and this has been happening for weeks. So I'm exhausted. Also, you know, I wasn't scared in there, but like being in a cave alone in the dark, like there's some nervousness in there. I think that doesn't help either. And then probably the third part is the dehydration, where, as you see, I climbed that mountain outside of the first cave, then I climbed the stairs in the second cave, and then I climbed up, well, it wasn't a long climb, but then I went up to this cave, and the last time I drank maybe like half a liter of water, maybe 6 deciliters in the whole, since the morning. So it's also possible that I was dehydrated, and it's quite likely that all of these together made this happen. So yeah, it's anyone's guess. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because if you or your loved one or somebody you know has panic attacks and you don't really understand why, you want to know more about it, I think it's an important topic to talk about. I know that when I first had a panic attack and I told some of my friends, they're like, yeah, I have them too. And I'm like, really? Like, we've been friends for 15 years, you never told me about it. And so I think people have a difficulty talking about it until they hear somebody else talk about it. So I just want to encourage people to share their story about it, because talking about it actually helps. And who knows, if you meet somebody who's been having panic attacks and they've kind of figured out how to control it, like those tips would help you. I have a lot of tips, and if you're interested on how to kind of manage your anxiety and your panic attacks, I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, as obviously demonstrated, but I'm sure we can exchange some notes, so reach out to me and I'll be happy to talk to you about this. All right? Cool. Thanks for listening to my story and allowing me to share this with you. And yeah, let's continue with the video. I'm back at the cave. Well, just before the path that leads up to the cave. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like super macho guy who isn't afraid of anything. I am. My heart is pounding. I really want to conquer this fear. I'll definitely go up to the entrance of the cave, but I don't know if I'll actually make it inside. Let's see. All right, I'm here at the entrance. I think I'm just gonna take a minute before going inside. Sounds like a good idea to relax for a bit and get used to my surroundings. Well, logically speaking, there is nothing to be afraid of in there. It's just a cave, just part of the mountain, right? Let's hope my body agrees with my logic. I'm gonna switch to first person view with the GoPro. Let's get through this. There are the bats. Hey, little ones. Don't worry. I'm not here to hurt you. I couldn't even if I tried. Alright. It did rain a little bit since I was here. Oh, look at that little snail. I kind of feel like I'm in an alien world. Actually, in the last couple of days I read that in these mountains in Cambodia there are some species that don't exist anywhere else in the world. That's why these mountains are, I mean, they should be protected, but they're not. I mean, some of these karst mountains have been protected for the past few years, but not all of them, and a lot of them are being, well, as I mentioned before, demolished. And my pulse is pretty high. Maybe this place is haunted. Alright, I'll do a quick tour and then I'm gonna go out. Maybe the oxygen level is low in here? I don't know. Unfortunately, there's some rubbish here. Look at all these paths. Alright, so here's the kind of shrine itself. So that used to be a linga, which is a kind of a religious symbol, but it's gone now. There's another path leading up there. Look at all these formations. Wow. These are the stalactites, I think. There's so much rubbish in here. Alright. I think I've done my duty. I'm gonna head back. I did it. I'm out. Oh my god. I'm so happy. This cave was a challenge, but I didn't let my fear conquer me. I conquered my fear, and that is an amazing feeling. I feel much lighter. To be honest, there's a lot of things in this world that I'm afraid of. I used to be really, really scared of flying, but I forced myself to fly as much as I could, and getting used to the experience helped me get over my fear. So now I'm not afraid of flying anymore. A little bit nervous during takeoff mostly, and if the plane shakes a lot, but I'm not terrified like I used to be. I used to have to take medication when flying, and even with the medication I was like totally freaked out. And now I'm fine. I can sometimes even sleep for a few hours, which is amazing. I wasn't able to do that before. So I guess in the right way, exposure therapy works. I feel much better having gone back there. Hi guys, I'm here with Mr. Ab.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my guide from Phnom
Chhngok.
Chhngok.
Yeah, temple
Chhngok.
cave.
Can you tell me a little bit about the
Yeah,
cave?
and this we have like temple cave. This area is far away from Cambodia, like 12 kilometers around Cambodia to this mountain.
Yeah.
And this cave we have they call temple cave. We have like temple inside that. We have walk by the step. There are 203 steps. We get down to the temple in there.
These.
Yeah, by the step. But you get a halfway up there, is you
Yeah.
can see night view and you see all local people, the garden, the people planting it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, like rice and all garden,
Yeah,
salad,
yeah.
mean, parsley, different kind. Just do it, mate.
All right,
Adventure
let's
spot.
go.
Yeah, let's go to adventure.
So Mr. Ab was just explaining to me that the fields down here, they are farming different types of vegetables, and it's all organic. They don't use any, chemicals or
Chemical.
substances. So it's organic farming right here, which is amazing.
Yeah, you see all the green from this area. Down there we grow like salad, mean, parsley, spring onion, spinach, always they use only from raining season and dry season. Like the food spring.
Ah.
Yeah, we have photo 1, 2, 3, 4. And this temple they make without cement. They used by the brick of this temple building.
Yeah.
And this the style is similar in Angkor also they call Buddhist style, but little bit destroyed by the raining season time. And this the god of the temple. Here this called Hindu temple. Because in here we have a natural linga.
Is it on or?
Yeah, like the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. Ready?
Yes, let's go. Amazing. So that's a banyan tree root
Yeah, banana.
coming through the cave, through the rocks, right down here into the water down there.
Good side.
All right, so we finished the hike. We're gonna say goodbye to Mr. Ab.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Enjoy.
Best tour guide in Kampot.
Yeah.
Super fun, super adventurous, and knows everything. He's been guiding in this area since he was 9 years old, so he knows everything like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. I'll leave his contact info in
Yeah.
the description. If you come here, check it out. All
Thank
right.
you. Bye-bye. Lehigh.
Bye-bye,
Yeah,
Lehigh.
yeah.